What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Chuck coming to you off the cuff with some big time movie news. Let's get right into it. So, after last week's tantalizing expose was released by Variety going over the crisis at Marvel, one of the people who were taking aim on in that expose, Nia Dacosta, comes out to try to do a little damage control on the news that was released. So, speaking with Mr. Jake Tales today, doing an interview going over our upcoming release of 2019's Captain Marvel, the sequel, The Marvels. Um, she spoke, a little bit of the backstage drama that was recently reported. Again, he asked her, why did she leave the film while there was 4 months of post-production, as we just found out? And my opinion, I feel, before we go into how she responded and how he set that up, I feel if you leave a film like The Marvels with 4 months of post-production, it just further solidifies what we, the fans, already know. You don't care about this movie. You don't care if this movie will make money. Because if you've left the film, a film that's went through extensive rewrites, several pushbacks and date changes, it's like, are you just now throwing your hands up with it? Or are you just like, I don't know. I don't know what to do no more at this point. Are you not the right person for the job, Nia? And that's just my personal opinion. That's how I feel. And honestly, I'm pretty sure the budget is going to reflect that. That's pretty much how the public feels. This is a film that no one cares about, even including the people who worked on it. Seems they were just trying to, burn a little money or something. I don't know. It seemed like they were just finding a way to get rid of all that, profit they made off of Endgame. It's like, how can we waste this best? Oh, that Captain Marvel sequel that no one asked for. So, when the interviewer asked her the question, I don't like how he set this up. He tries to compare it to Steven Spielberg leaving Jurassic Park 30 years and its post-production.
A lot has been made of the fact that you went into production on another film when The Marvels was in post-production. But 30 years ago, Steven Spielberg went into production on Schindler's List when Jurassic Park was in post-production, and people applauded him for it. I'm just sort of curious, what is the difference between what he did 30 years ago that everyone still goes nuts about and what you did? I honestly, I don't see the difference.
You know what the difference is between Jurassic Park and The Marvels? That film probably didn't go through extensive rewrites. That film more than likely didn't get pushed back several times. Steven Spielberg got an illustrious career. He got the right to do something like that. I trust him. Even though I wasn't even alive at that point, when I came in this world seeing that movie, I trust him. And then what did he leave that movie to go work on? Schindler's List. So it's like, come on, man. We comparing apples to oranges. What do you mean you don't get the difference? She went to go work on a movie that nobody's going to go see. Nobody's going to go see Hetty or whatever it's called, the movie that's going to be starring Tessa Thompson. What? And I find that weird. The Marvels cost $250 million to make. And you telling me you couldn't stick around and see it all the way through the end? And a source close to the movie actually said himself. Said it out his mouth. They came from the horse's mouth. This is coming from sources close from the industry. If you're directing a $250 million movie, it's kind of weird for the director to leave with a few months to go in post-production. And that's coming from a source familiar with the production. That's weird. And again, you try to compare Jurassic Park to this. Jurassic Park sure as hell didn't have a $250 million budget. And guarantee the Marvels will come nowhere as close to the success that film had. So I don't get that reference that you try to draw there, sir. You kind of blew me with that one. It's like I see there's still some media outlets trying to be lenient towards Marvel. No. An ace is an ace, my boy. No, a spade is a spade. There it is. A spade is a spade. It walk like a duck, quack like a dog, like a duck. It's a duck. But then she tried to do a little bit more damage control. She wants to say, I actually didn't leave the production. We figured out a way for me to work on it remotely.
Personally, it was literally just that they moved the date of the film 4 different times. And so instead of it being a 2-year process, which I was deeply committed to, it became a 3.5-year process. So every time the date moved, and they knew the entire time that I had an obligation, a greenlit movie with people who were waiting for me. And I pushed that, and I pushed it again, and then I pushed it again. And then eventually, we all knew, like, okay, if this pushes again, I'm not going to be able to be in LA to do the rest of this.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Now, as I said earlier, this film has had extensive rewrites. It's been pushed back several times. Then come to find out, its director left with 4 months of post-production left to go and started working from home. So y'all just that lackadaisical and about if this movie succeeds or not.
You serious?
Really? That's interesting. And I guarantee you when this movie comes out, you'll see it in the work. This will look like something that somebody made in their house, that somebody put the finishing touches in their house. Like, really? That's very interesting, Nia. And I like the way you try to frame it like it was okay. Yeah, they figured out a way for me to do this at home. Okay. You know, I don't like that. It doesn't sound like a game plan to me, you know, a good game plan to me. Doesn't sound like a winning game plan. But let me know your thoughts. Do you think the Marvels is going to be successful? Me, myself, I know the answer. You know, I feel like that guy Connor. Feel like I got an eye for these things. I don't think it's going to happen. You know, with all the drama we got at Marvel, and, you know, the lack of interest in the Marvels, I don't think it's gonna, you know, turn out too well for the studio. Especially when the best thing they're doing for this is, you know, promoting Cats is the big staple. That's what you think is gonna drive people to the theaters, Cats. We'll see how it turns out for you, though. I hope that turns out okay for you guys. We'll see. But again, if you like the content, let me know your thoughts. You know, how do you feel again this movie's gonna do? How do you feel about the state of Marvel in general? We definitely got more content coming. That review for this, can't wait to drop it. Cannot wait, itching to do it, just itching. Got some more DC content coming down the pipeline. Definitely keep an eye on that. But for today, that's it. You already know. You know what I like to do. Get on here, just, you know, we come off the cuff every day with the content. Just, you know, keep an eye out. Like I said, we coming back. We out.